Hey guys, Pieguyrulz here, and welcome to the last day of Pie Week. Oh man, I can't believe it's almost over. Alright, so, no one guessed what episode I'd be reviewing here. Not a single one of you. Some of you thought that I would review an Adventure Time episode, and yeah, that was kind of obvious, but none of you guessed which one. I think some of you said Tree Trunks, which is a fair assessment, but the thing about Adventure Time is that it's so amazing it has not one but two characters, whose entire shtick is pie. You have, of course, Tree Trunks, who bakes pies in pretty much every one of her appearances, except for the last few when her whole character has been dominated by Pig. And we have Nepter, who is the never-ending pie-throwing robot. Yeah, you forget what his name actually stands for, but pie-throwing is in there. He was designed to throw pies at Jake. What a noble cause, right? Poor Nepter, he doesn't get treated fairly on the show. I wanted to respect both pie-loving characters, so I decided to try and find an episode that they both appear in. And as it turns out, there is only one episode. But oh, what a fantastic episode it is. The name is Mystery Dungeon. It is definitely my favorite of all the side character episodes, and one of my favorites of the entire series. The plot is thus. Ice King, Shelby the Worm, Tree Trunks, Nepter, and Lemongrab all wake up in this dungeon. They don't know how they got there, and they see all this mysterious writing and puzzles on the walls and have to get through room after room so they can find the center and exit the dungeon. Each member of the team, coincidentally, has some skill that can help them through the dungeon. If it sounds like I'm being vague, well, it's because I am. Seriously, watch this episode if you're a fan of Adventure Time. Even if you just kind of like Adventure Time, please watch this episode. It is amazing. I will say, if you don't know the show at all, you might want to watch a few other episodes first, because it is kind of important to know some of these side characters' roles in the show and how they act and all that to really fully appreciate the episode. You might be able to just watch it and enjoy it just for its sheer awesomeness, but it really is an episode that would benefit from you having prior knowledge of the show. Also, the episode has not one but two great twists at the end. There's a twist in relation to how they all ended up in this dungeon, and then there's another twist relating to the book, which I find really funny. It is a wonderful use of literal magic. Also, the end of this episode sets up the next one, so hey, that's cool. But I know what you're thinking. Pie Guy, it's Pie Week. Talk about the pie. Okay, so there is pies in this episode. First, Tree Trunks bakes one, and a giant rat eats it, revealing the door to the next room. But then Lemongrab eats the pie out of the rat's mouth. It is one of the most disturbing scenes I have ever seen of anything. And it features pies, so yay! Oh man, this episode really cements Lemongrab into the holy crap, you are bat poop insane category. Also, Nepter throws a pie towards the end that gets them into another room. So, yeah, I mean, pies are just the solution to everything, guys. Also, apparently Jake has a piedar, which is something that I was also born with, so I can definitely relate to him. You can sense when pies are near. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with smell like you would assume. It's actually a keen instinct built inside your brain, just to want and seek out pie. Oh, I wish this week wouldn't end. I love waxing poetic about pie. Anyway, this episode is really good. You have all the things that make an awesome dungeon episode of Adventure Time, which, by the way, dungeon episodes are pretty much the best episodes of Adventure Time. And you have the interesting combination of characters. They all have interesting personalities, and none of them have met before, aside from Ice King and Nepter, and Ice King didn't even remember Nepter, so it's like they're all meeting for the first time and have to deal with and clash with each other's interesting and crazy personalities. There's a weird reference to Mickey Mouse. There's some great subversions on how to solve puzzles in dungeons. There's fight scenes and great moments and great lines like Lemongrab's "Bye, don't follow me!" And there's cool designs and animation. As with all dungeon episodes, the dungeon itself is like a personality. It is very weird, very surreal, very awesome, very video gamey in the best possible way. And the music is what you'd expect from Adventure Time too. Really surreal, ethereal music that you probably wouldn't even notice is there unless I pointed it out. Overall, it's one of the best episodes the series has to offer, and it barely even has Finn or Jake. So that's the end of Pie Week. Pieguyrulz, out.